What's up, everybody? Mom Vernon Kid here, coming to you again. The Earth's Mightiest Heroes, the Avengers recap slash review for episode 25. One more episode before the 26th. This episode is entitled The Fall of Asgard. Great episode. This was a great episode. This episode pretty much takes place all in Asgard. So I definitely like this way they were going with with the story arc. Have it all in Asgard after that. Now, having said this, the Avengers are lost and separated and trying to survive in the realms of Asgard. And we saw a lot of residents of Asgard that made appearances in this episode. For example, the episode begins with Hawkeye waking up and he sees the light elves running from the Ferris wolves of Loki. And he's like, where are we? Hey, you with the pointy ears. And one of them turns around and says, Archer, run, basically. We turn to Hank and Janet. They're lost in the Frost Giants realm. And from there, we turn to Hulk. Hulk is somewhere with, I guess you can say, the trolls or so. Panther is lost in some kind of realm. Cap is in the land of the dead. Tony is being dragged away by the dwarves. And we see Thor basically incapacitated by his brother Loki. What was so great about this episode is the fact that it was shown already that Loki planned this out from the mini-series, the mini-episodes to now. Everything was planned out, and that gets an A+ in my book for Loki. What also was a good nod is the nod that they gave tidbits that Loki is not Odin's birth son. He was taken from his real father, and Odin just raised him as his son, kinda. So that was great. I once I heard that, I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, they did that. So going back to what happened with the rest of the gang, we have Hulk still with the Executioner's battle axe, and he's fighting the trolls. And he sees the trolls have captured some individuals. We didn't know who they were at first. I didn't know who they were. I shouldn't say we. But I didn't know who they were, but Hulk went to help them. And he was taking them on. We saw Janet and Hank actually. Hank took on the Frost Giants. And the leader, the king of the Frost Giants, Ymir, which was crazy, he grew and he was like, I really don't. He was like, he picked up the axe and was like, I don't care who you are. And he actually was protecting Janet. He started to fight them. As for Panther, he was dealing with those spirits, which were kind of cool. And Hawkeye was dealing with the wolves, the Ferris wolves, the Fenris wolves. Thank you. I'm trying to get those names right. Which is interesting. And then one of the light elves helps him out and grabs him, and then because Hawkeye broke his bow, and he says those are special. He was like, those are special arrows, Archer. Is your aim true? And he's like, I do fine. Shot them. It was great. With Cap was actually in the land of the dead. He was seeing the Howling Commandos, everybody like that, and they're trying to say, oh, you failed us. Why'd you leave us? Trying to get this. and Cap broke free. He was like, if this is the land of the dead, where's Bucky? And he's like, this is a trick. The Jack Fury I know wouldn't give up like this, so I'm going to continue to fight no matter what. And through which the apparition went away. And then who do we see? Hela. It was great. And he was just like, look, lady, you're going to send me back. And she's like, you can't go back, Steve Rogers. And he's like, then we're going to have a long day, lady. Iron Man was fighting Ulick, the troll, which was great. I was like, wow, look at that. And as you know, Tony didn't have his armor. He lost it. But he still had one of his gauntlets on. So when Ulick saw him, he was like, and what is a mortal going to do to me? And Tony just shot him in the face and was like, I'm Iron Man. And we saw a good battle between them. And Ulick broke Tony's gauntlet, his Iron Man's gauntlet. And Tony went after a sword that one of the dwarves dropped. And he picked it up. And then Ulick grabbed him and was like, what do you think a little knife like that's going to do to me? And he says, I don't know, but this will. And he took the knife and opened the repulsor thing that's in his chest, that keeps him alive, basically. And it shot Ulick out, and that was cool. And then the king, Edric, actually put it back into Tony, and Tony pretty much came back, could breathe again. And from there, Ulick was telling him about, we elves, we dwarves, we crafted the Thor's hammer, basically. And that's when Tony said, how about a suit of armor? And from there, we go back to Hank. I know I'm probably getting a little bit wrong, but when we go back to Hank grows even bigger, and we saw Lady Sif and the Valkyries actually come down to help him, and that was cool. And go back to Hulk. Hulk is, kind of being smothered by the trolls or whatever, and they're like, the beast is strong. And he got up and was like, Hulk is strong as ever, and he broke free, and he just cold cocked all of them. And then you saw somebody clapping and laughing, ha ha ha, well done, ogre. And it was Volstagg. You saw Volstagg, we saw Fandal, I saw Hogun there, and he was like, with your strength, we can take back Asgard. And that was it. It ended with, looks like Loki was going to pretty much execute Thor. And it ended right there. So, having said that, the Fall of Asgard was a great episode. I love the fact that they had Loki be the mastermind behind everything. That makes me very, very happy to see they use Loki very well. By the way, I'm sorry about that. The elf that helped Hawkeye out, his name was Faraday, actually. So I forgot to tell that to you. Sorry about that. I'm just really excited about the episode because the episode was great. But episode 25 was great. I can't wait to tomorrow or later this morning or whenever you listen to this, when I'm able to watch the last episode of the Avengers. And hopefully the Avengers do some work in the next episode. Take it to Loki. Alright? So, kudos for having a lot of Thor characters from Thor universe in this episode, which was great. Kudos to having Loki be the mastermind behind everything, because that suits Loki a lot. Okay? Now, having said that, once again, like I said, I will leave the link in the description, so everybody, if whoever hasn't watched it, can watch it. Okay? Now, having said that, sorry. I know a lot of people are upset about why are the last 6 episodes airing in Australia and not here in the States. Okay, having said that, look, I understand where some of you are coming from. Some of you, so I read people's comments on the channels like, I don't get it, why is it here, only a few people saying that. But people, you gotta understand that not everybody has Disney XD around the world. So there's one guy I know that will come to me, actually said to me, I'm glad you do these recaps and things like this, because I don't get Disney XD, and I look for these episodes online. So I get that. I understand that. Now, it's not like they're changing anything with the show. It's just that sometimes there have been some shows that have gotten episodes of an American cartoon earlier than in the States. Wolverine and X-Men was like that. Canada got the final episodes of Wolverine and X-Men before the States did. It's just a different way of how sometimes American studios do things. They wait a long time for people to, get their mouths drooling for the show. When is it coming back? When is it coming back? And then they'll bring it back. The bottom line, guys, don't knock it. Don't knock it. I understand your complaints, guys, but don't knock it, because not everybody has it. There are a lot of people that don't have the hub, so this is where they get to watch G.I. Joe Renegades and Transformers Prime. Don't knock it. And for me, I could care less. It's just, if they were there, they're here, they're there. I want to know I can't wait to, American TV shows it, so they're right here for me to watch. So I'm here to watch it, like it or not. That's just the way I look at it. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. That's my piece on it. But like I said before, episode 25, Fall of Asgard, great episode. And I can't wait to episode 26, the final episode of the season. And then after that, guys, I will do a 3-parter of my thoughts on the first season. Some people have done it already, but I'm going to do mine, a 3-part, which will be divided into sections. The first part will be just my thoughts of the overall season, character development, favorite episodes, things like that. Second part will be more of characters other Avengers that I want to see in the episode, characters as well as villains. And then the third part will be things I don't want to see in the show, pretty much. So this is Mount Vernon Kid, guys. Thank you for listening, and stay tuned tomorrow or whenever for my last review of the show. And you guys take it easy, stay tuned, keep it real, one love. I'm out.